Okay, hello and welcome to Despair Blood Curse. You can decrease the difficulty of the game, but you cannot increase it. Well, let's start on the hardest difficulty then. Why not? We've completed all the other games like this on hard modes. Why would this be any different? So this looked sort of Resident Evil-y, and it looked kind of interesting. So, I thought I'd give it a go, see what it was like. It should be pretty fun. We'll try and complete it. Depends on if the game, I don't expect it to be highly scuffed, but you never know sometimes. But yeah, it looks like it should be like old school Resident Evil-y. Character has some sort of axe shotgun. And one of the characters definitely looked like the cultist from Lemonade. So I'm guessing that's probably just some sort of, Unreal Engine asset that's generally available. So I don't know how many other things in shared games of similar things should be, Unity assets or Unreal assets that you can just buy, and probably in a lot of similar games. But there's a whole heap of things. It's not just zombies. It looks pretty crazy with the amount of different things there are. Okay, it's taken a while to load, but yeah, it'd be similar to Them and Us and. What was the other one that we played? Tormented Souls? There's a sequel to that coming out. Hopefully I get a copy of that. Because, that was the best of them so far, I reckon. So, yeah, sequels to that should be pretty good. So, when that comes out, I will, of course, be covering that. And the unexpected long-ass loading. So, taking a little longer than I expected to load. So, I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm that bored that I put my LED lights on the keyboard whilst we wait. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with long loading times as long as once you're in the game, it's not like a million long loading screens. Pardon me. So, this should be fine. But, if you're going to create a massively long loading at the very instant, do what a lot of games do, like hide it behind a splash screen, have some sort of tooltips and things, and, some sort of picture or moving pictures whilst it loads, something to look at and flick through whilst it loads. Yes, you've got a lantern that's glowing inside and out, but you could do a bit better. Okay. Random ripping. Dear Anna, I don't have much time. Mother is dead. Lillian is not to be trusted. She never sleeps. She never eats. She's coming for me. Just promise me one thing. No matter what happens, don't come home. Your sister Catherine. Okay, we've got a million. Well, not a million, but a few notes. Anna, Lillian, and Catherine. Why to read? Exactly the same, but now on black ink. Okay, yeah, I read it. Got it. Okay, so this is our character. This looks sort of blood rainy. That looks just like an axe, but it's a gun and an axe. It's a shotgun and axe. Okay, so we start in the very typical Resident Evil foyer. No intro, though, which is interesting, because I would have expected... I can't leave yet, I need to find Catherine fast. Resident Evil, they come in on a helicopter, they run away from the dogs, and they run into the house. So, it came out today. It's not early access that I'm aware of. So they should, I would add like a little intro scene. I'm sure you could do that. Maybe you could like preload whilst it's in the intro scene. So, a little intro movie video. And whilst that is playing, we could load into the game and, more than just a note, introduce it with the loading video. Right, so this thing's missing its head. Sure, that will be very, very relevant. Okay, Resident Evil! Typically, you don't go straight upstairs. This is... Okay. For some reason, I don't know why, I was, like, expecting the Door loading. But that was not the case. This is a very interesting little fellow. Little tiki heads. He's missing his bandicoot though. This is a very old-fashioned lady with a guy just drunk on the pillar, watching her, waiting for his opportunity to ask her to dance. Naked statue lady. He spent more time looking at the pictures and things. The frolicking dancing people. That's a real painting as far as I know. A lady in a church lighting doing some sort of thing on a piece of paper. The Virgin Mary offering a flower down to bless thee. A demon head staring at her. Oddly proportioned. Okay. So they are Silent Hill nurses. The demon statues are all... They're not looking... you were looking the other way before. You were looking the other way before, weren't you, Tiki Heads? You are now an angry demon. It's funny how they all stared at us. And you just reorientated to stare at us in that direction, didn't you? Yeah, I think we've got some sort of a Doctor Who situation going on here with the statues. This guy's got a scroll. There's some sort of angel leading a boat to sea. There's more boating. The lights flickering are concerning. Hi, demon. You turned around to look at me as well, and you're all looking over at me again. Everywhere I go. Or you're just looking in... No, you're looking where I look. Your head has suddenly gone down. Are you ashamed of what you were doing? You're ashamed. Okay. That's a very interesting swipe. Kind of ashamed of where they're going. Okay, the angel having led them to sea is now going back to the beach and waving them goodbye. Interesting. So is this a story like it led them to sea at night? He went all the way out to sea praying to the heavens. And then, I don't know, is that someone else coming after them? And then the demon and lots of boats and people being thrown overboard because they're dead and the boat's sinking as the pirates come to raid them. Okay, well that one has blood. So, distinctly these not suspicious at all Silent Hill-esque nurses, but with weird snakehead things, snakes wrapped around them. There were also probably the statues from Doctor Who. The name escapes me. Yeah, that's not remotely gonna come alive and attack me because it makes blood noises at all. They're doing work on some patients. There's Mount Fuji, except it's not. It's the Mabana place where there's the gap into Mother Nature's home. You also have something. You're just an experiment with a head on. Now, when I come back out of here, you're all gonna come and attack me, aren't you? I have a distinct feeling. So we can't shut doors again once we've opened them. That's a little concerning. Was it really a dream? I had the strangest dream last night. The words are almost exactly the same. I was lying in bed, freezing. The window was open. I tried to get up to close it, but I felt heavy. I was too weak to move. As soon as I saw it standing in the corner of the room, it began walking towards me. I tried to focus on his face, but my vision became blurrier the closer it got. By the time it reached the foot of the bed, I was struggling to keep my eyes open. The last thing I remember seeing was a face as white as snow, with long black hair. It almost looked like... Nah, it couldn't have been her. Since I woke up in the morning, I've had a fever. There's a burning pain on the side of my neck. The skin is swollen. This morning, there was blood on my fingers when I first touched it. The more I think about it, the more I wondered, was it really a dream? Perhaps I should send for Dr. Hawthorne. Until next time, a vampire. Sophia Greenwood. Was it a dream or was I sucked on my neck by vampires? And these are oddly suspicious. You have some sort of weird glow like you've got some sort of thing. I have a distinct feeling you've got some sort of crystal or something. Okay, there's literally well, it's not the same as the Sistine Chapel. There's a whole bunch more people on this painted ceiling. Maybe maybe it is all like this. There's only one bit that's the guy touching the finger of God. This is a lot more detailed and a lot more going on up there, isn't there? I guess we'll get a better view from when we're up there. As all of the sleeping statues turn to stare at us and definitely will never come and attack us. Definitely nothing suspicious about all of them. Well, there's something in this room to the right that's making chain noises. There's something bobbling and electricing away in there. Some sort of tree thing. There's endless corridor of some sort of chapel. Something actually sounds like it's on fire. Burning away. There's Mount Vesuvius on fire. There's some sort of Golden Gate Bridge amongst the deserts. There's a whole bunch of trees. There's, I don't know, some sort of storm thing. Another tree. Some sort of cave oasis. Stairs going down into a basement. That might be an interesting place to look. Okay. Chain thing I'm going to say is some sort of enemy. And the fact... Well... I don't think until we turn off the power... we're going in here. It sucks that I can't close doors after we open them, because I think that's going to really screw us. Okay, so power's a problem. I'm going to suggest going down into the basement is where we would look to find a power source. Now, axe gun ammo and an axe gun. We can get different weapons. But it doesn't look like we have any sort of actual flashlights. So to explore down there, I think I want a flashlight. Okay, table. There's the roaring fire. It's not dangerous. There's some sort of old man, disheveled. Some sort of army on a hill with a bunch of dead people. I don't know. Lady standing up from a chair in a bedrobe. Yeah, something interesting. Fancy lady drawing the attention of fancy gentlemen whilst the others just sit down and relax and all talk about them behind their backs. Dinner. Ooh. Now, purely for some sort of stupid ass competition on a Discord server, I'm gonna screenshot that. Crab tails, fancy mushrooms and eggs, brie, there's steak and pork and bread and hummus. Okay, it's a fancy selection. But why are there so little sliced peppers? There's like 2 rings of a sliced pepper. That's just for decoration. Where's the rest of it? That's a tasty part. And a empty fish bone with its head. Okay, whatever that place is. Also, what are these? Are they Yorkshire puddings on a spike or something? Or are they the cooked flesh of the fish on skewers? Whilst, well, there's definitely sausages or something. Mini sausages on skewers there. But for the most part, that one with the dead fish bones. That's not an appetizing one. It's like, what the heck is that? Give me the actual food. Okay, here's the sushi. There's some salmon. There's prawns. There's some sort of rice bowl thing. There's a lot of different things. There's more fancy... That's a giant pot of hummus with some steaks. Another singular slice of pepper just for show, when really they're... No, give me more peppers. They're tasty. Fine selection of seared beef and all sorts of things. Breads, cheese, and some more crab. This time just a claw with some other bits, and again, maybe more hummus. I don't know what that is on that plate. 3 roast potatoes with some really awful looking piece of beef and a completely unsliced pepper. It's a very, very... No, that's a tomato. Because there's chopped tomato by it. It just doesn't look like a tomato, but it's a really, really weird looking tomato. And some pickly things. Interesting place. Lady in bed being serenaded whilst other lady looks on balls. There's lady staring at her cat and her pigeon in the darkness, contemplating the meaning of life. Something to examine. I can't leave yet, I need to find Catherine first. Okay, so that's the back door and another way out. The Sydney Opera House from the inside. No way to get anything up there. There's nothing up there. Okay, well, I'm ready for dinner. Where are all of the rest of the guests? Nothing else in here. Okay, these lights that are flickering on and off, you know, that's what's making the weird chain noises. Okay, kitchen with giant kegs of beer. There's... It's a shame I can't zoom in. Pepper! Paprika! What the heck is that? Cayman? Cumin! Cinnamon! Lava? Bay leaves! Okay, well that's the natural stuff. That's a giant ass cooking pot in a very old fashioned stove. Chopping boards of various sorts, more... An assortment of food, it's still warm. Funny, because there was an assortment of food freshly prepared and laid out in here, but you didn't want to say a single word, and nicely laid out. Okay, well they're definitely expecting a gigantic party, because there's even more of all of the exactly the same stuff in here. Still warm, still fresh. They've got the eggs thing again. They've got a pan of bread with some other stuff on it. What is this one? Crab tail. Beef. They've even got the weird fish dish again. The weird just bones fish dish with bread. Who wants that one? Yeah, someone on the diet. Weird source of blue light again. That's got to be something relevant. Praying glowing statue. Ammo. Okay, no enemies yet though. I think I might have missed something. Oh, we have 3 saves for the entire game. Is that what we have? Ah, that'll probably turn out the power. Ah, a lamp. Now we can see in the basement. And if we turn off the power, I am going to imagine that the Weeping Angel statues are going to come to life and come and attack us. Now, I don't know if I'm necessarily going to take this yet. Because the game is... Oh, everything went dark. Because I thought the game had bugs. It's because I picked up the lamp and we were in a corner. It was so dark after we picked it up that it looked like the game had bugged. Let's equip the lamp. Right. That's a chicken. I wonder if the kerosene lamp can run out of oil. Giant sausages. Giant things of beef. They weren't using half of this in their foods, were they? Gigantic hamburgers! Like giganto hamburgers. They're probably meant to be cheese wheels, but they look funny. Because there's a sliced one that's cheese, but they look more like giganto quadra-layered hamburgers. Some garlic and onions drying out. There's various chilies and herbs there. There's even more cheese wheels. There's barrels of something. More dried meat. This isn't the best way to store them, because they're all out in the open and not cold. I guess this is the olden times or something. Weighing scales. Or they're just very old-fashioned, because that, especially now I've left the door open, like, they're not even salted and preserved. They're just there going nasty. So that's interesting. We didn't turn off the power yet, because maybe I don't have to. Nitric acid, I'm sure that will be handy. Maybe we need to use... Hey. Did you... Okay, sure, levitate my lamp, that will hurt. Ouch, you levitated my lamp. Whatever will I do? Hi. Oh, wow. Good job, Kratos. You actually got me. Well, I guess I should have maybe turned out the lights. Hey, who turned out the lights? Not me! Because I thought that would make enemies attack me. They came out of nowhere as they continue to chase me. But maybe I can just kite them around the entire map. Now, this was a bit stupid path that I took there, because that let them catch up, but maybe I'm giving them plenty of time to make sure that they're not chasing me elsewhere. I mean, what's the worst that can happen if we're already being chased? Why not disable... Oh, come on, you... It's got one bullet in it. One bullet at a time. Oh, fantastic controller aim. Fantastic. Now, it is a bit concerning that Jason isn't here. Kill an enemy using the axe gun. What part of it? The axe or the gun? Does it matter for the achievement? You know, where did the chef go? Did I really do that good a job of losing him? Or is he just waiting for his opportunity to get me? I have a bad feeling that that doesn't actually stop time when I'm reading things. Hi! Maybe I should have reloaded first. And he has some sort of face mask, which might be a problem. But his head explodes good enough. Okay. Stand still. There we go. Medical reports. The patient, Sophia Greenwood, is a 47-year-old female experiencing high fever with swelling on the right side of her neck. Too punctual to visit. It's not vampires at all. Approximately 3 finger widths apart. Actually, that's kind of, well, old-fashioned vampires, yeah. Measures on own mouth where his fangs are. Yeah. The old-fashioned ones used to be like that. The patient stated that the window was open as she slept, making it possible that she was bitten by an animal in the middle of the night, causing an infection which resulted in swelling, fever, and numerous flu symptoms. This appears to be a rare case of animal-to-human transmission of influenza. The patient's condition must be monitored closely and documented. The patient's neck wounds were treated with a combination of antiseptics and bandages to maximize healing potential. Additional notes: in addition to the housekeepers, the patient lives at her home with the company of her daughter Catherine and her childhood friend Lillian Shelby, who arrived a little over a week ago. Her husband, Colonel William Greenwood, has been deployed to the Western Front since the start of the war. Now, we don't look 47-year-old and we're looking for our daughter Catherine. Funny, it's almost as though we're a vampire and we've de-aged. We were probably bitten by Lillian, who's supposedly dead, but couldn't be, right? Funny. We do not look 47. Okay. Now, it doesn't look like I necessarily even need to ever concern myself about the lamp running out. So, that's fine. I've turned off the electric, so now we can go and investigate the bathroom. There's blood all over the floor. The chef who prepared this meal for himself and Kratos to celebrate their wedding. Okay, it turns out that turning the electric off did not deactivate that, so I wonder what that switch actually did. But now that we've got a flashlight, I can actually see down here. So, not that I necessarily needed it, but it's better to investigate. It seems like it is actually still kind of light enough down here in some places. Now, this is a proper electricity thing. It looks very, very dangerous down here, though, with this very, very exposed, gigantic engine that maybe creates the electricity with its spark plugs. There's some gigantic spark plugs that thing has. I don't know what this machine does, but this one's definitely an engine. It's like a V10. It's a gigantic V10 engine. Okay. There's a control panel that we literally can't do anything with. This thing is not generating power, apparently. Even though, the power is switched on. Shotgun shells. Now, can our axe gun fire different type of weapons, or is bullets, or is that just it's a separate weapon? And that's a demon. Hi. Did I interrupt your... Okay. Demon picks us up to literally kill us in... Well, that went well. That went well. Yeah, funny. I don't have any loads because we have 3 loads. Looks very painful. Yeah, unsaved progress will be lost. It doesn't say on the thing, but it seems that hard mode means it should tell you what the different difficulties are. So, from what I'm gathering, hard mode is you have 3 total saves. Is it just that the different modes are various amounts of saves? Maybe the chef should have killed us, but he picked up my lantern instead of me? Because maybe the hard mode also means instant death. If they grab you. But maybe that's just a thing as it is anyway. Again, none of this explained. Oh no, that's the worst part about this. We have to sit through the ages loading screen again. So that's annoying. Especially with such limited saves. It's like, well, I mean, it probably wouldn't make a difference, right? If we were to just, load in or whatever after or save, would it load quicker from a save, or would it just take equally as long to load? That's a question that we do not have an answer to. We probably won't ever get an answer to. But, again, it's a first day release, so likely to have day 1 patches and, maybe optimize loading, maybe at least put something here, maybe add stuff to the various difficulty things to explain what the difference is in them, because otherwise I'm just like, yeah, I'll just go hard modes. It beats all of the games like this on hard mode, but maybe it needs to tell us what the different things are. Okay, so, I mean, it's locked from the other side. Well, that does limit the path. I was going to say, we went the other way before. Very shocked lady with a sticker on her forehead. That's definitely not a gemstone. Some fancy waterfalls. We go and explore where we haven't been yet. Disneyland. Aha! Shotgun shells. Two ladies chilling under a tree. Of course, everywhere is locked from the other side. So maybe it's actually a lot more linear, because it's not just about finding keys, it's just everything's locked from other sides. It's a very, very fancy area. Can't describe it better than that. Ominous location on tree place. More tree places. Everything's locked from the other side. Dead trees. And someone sitting in a tree watching over more people under the tree. Ooh. Aha! So there's clearly going to be a lot of items, and we can actually store things in boxes. So now we know there's a storage box up there. But maybe I was meant to go down into the basement next. That was my actual next location. There's this, which we've already read. We didn't make a lot of progress at all. Bobbling weird thing. There's the fancy dinner. I keep running around that same way around it every time. Okay, we've got the lantern. And again, I'm waiting for things to happen. Okay, so I actually have to go into this now because, unfortunately, the game unintuitively has placed the shotgun shells on the fast select rather than the lantern. So, you know. Okay. Oh, there's a fuse hidden in here. Oh, and now. Well, okay. So. Okay. Don't be mad, people. Just because I've turned the lights out. Can let me using melee. Wow, her head came off completely. It turns out that turning the lights off makes a million enemies and not the weeping angels that I was expecting. And now we've got the stupidly long loading screen again. Hello, let me just leave this as unintuitive. Just let me go restart the game or something. Oh my god. Thank you. Those buttons are counterintuitive to get out of that. And then we need to just do this all over again. Okay, so no. Whilst I thought I had turned out the lights by pulling the isolation switch, which in the UK would literally disable the fuse box, turns out that just opened it for you to take the fuse out. Then the power went out. And then, unexpectedly, there were 80 million people. And yes, I should have maybe taken my time to take them out one by one. But I wasn't expecting so many enemies, you know, to suddenly appear out of absolutely nowhere. You know, Kratos or the chef suddenly come in is one thing, which is why I ran to get a better opportunity. And then there were 3 more people in the next room. And then I got cornered. So, yeah. Don't come home. Well, I bugged that already, so that didn't even show up properly. So that's good news. Okay, so that's interesting that there are just a million enemies when the lights are out for whatever reason. It's like, this is perfectly fine. Everything's great. I wonder why Kratos and the other guy aren't in that realm. You know, Like, if I leave the lights on, I wonder if the demon would be different as well. Like, you know, there's no enemies. But, you know, would the chef guy who comes out there, and would Kratos, who is in here... It's really great that it slows me down when he hits me, right? Again, controller aim, I am amazing shot. As you can see quite clearly. These probably do come alive. Right? They got to. They make squishy noises. They have to come alive. He has an interesting axe. How are we doing for health, I wonder? That's... I avoided taking the shotgun shells this time, just to make sure that we didn't get shots with these stupid controls. Just to make sure that I could actually turn the light on when I wanted to. We do have a map, and we don't even need to find it. Fantastic. Okay. Now, blue door must mean I can open it, right? Oh no, blue door means I have opened it. Okay, right. Let's go explore as much as we can before we turn out the lights, because, hey, who turned out the lights? It was us. It was not the greatest idea. That's a very old-fashioned telephone. Okay, great. Get off me! Great job of doing that. At least she didn't stab us. She just grabbed us by the neck. That's a very old-fashioned wine. With a few wine glasses. It's a shame I can't load more bullets. Okay, we've got 2 health left. And no way of healing. I'm sure we'll find some way of healing soon. Again, spends too long. Lady tickling a tiger's chin. I didn't read what that even was. Bandages up and down my legs and my arms for you. I was mistaken. The red is health. The red isn't damage. Okay, there's some wood burning on the fire. So we have a lot more health. And actually, we're full health now. Okay. There's an old-fashioned gramophone. Aha! Now that'll help with 1,000,000 enemies. You didn't spawn an enemy in just because I took that. Some Jack Daniels and various alcohols. These glasses look dusty as heck. This place probably hasn't been used in ages. Pool table that looks very, very scuffed up. A billiard table. Father and Dr. Hawthorne's game of choice. A pool table or a snooker table. It's, unless you're a boomer, and you know, boomer would call it a billiards table, but it's either a pool table or it's a snooker table. It is not a billiards table unless you're some boomer. Of course, a piano, a grand piano. I wonder if Catherine still plays. Well, someone's left an empty glass of water on it. Some matches to burn the house down. There's a big house. There's more boats than a giant sea. Another roaring fireplace. Probably lit by the matches. Pool balls. Because you literally have stripes and solids. So it's pool. It's not billiards. It is pool. Okay. Well, I was trying to avoid maybe setting off the creepy guy, but he's probably going to come and attack us regardless. Get off! Okay, well he actually grabbed me, which is, you know, a different thing. He's unchanging expression whilst he's grabbing us, you know, just like, I'm just gonna hold you in the air. At least he held us this time, which sounds a bit different to my intent of he held us. rather than just elevating our lamp in the air. You know, at least he actually held us. We just wanted to be held. There goes his head. Okay, so maybe demon in the basement. Okay, we've got two options. Demon in the basement. I realized I could have got a shotgun. It's locked. I need a library key. But, actually, smartly, okay, we've got 1 mole of nitric acid. Mole. Double-barreled sawn-off shotgun. Okay. For killing demons, effectively. Now, that is not how you hold a shotgun. You don't hold it with one hand like that. That's just asking for it to shoot and smack you in the face. That is kind of dumb. I think it's still the smartest of the two options. The other option is turn out the lights and summon everything in the entire house to kill us. And probably still have to come down here and fight the demon anyway that was hiding in the corner. Maybe we can get the drop on him. Isolation switch, but is not useful. We can sneak up on him. Maybe he won't suspect a thing. He's hiding around that corner. When Silver Beach Gold, I did some digging at the hospital library and found some information on the chemical solution. It may be just what you're looking for. Gold is resistant to strong acids like nitric acid and hydrochloric. Silver, on the other hand, easily dissolves in nitric acid, but is still immune to hydrochloric. When 1 part nitric acid is combined with 3 parts hydrochloric acid, the resulting solution, aquaregia, has different properties from the 2 individual acids alone. Because chemistry. And that's how chemistry works. Aquaregia will dissolve gold completely, while silver is quite resistant. The nitric acid dissolves the silver, which then reacts with the hydrochloric acid to form a silver chlorine coating that protects the silver core from further acid attack. I hope this answers your question, by the way. Any news from the inside? We've been told to ration medical supplies wherever possible, because there's going to be very, very few heals. That might be another thing hard mode has. Very few items. I was told that the assassination could lead to a full-scale war. I sure hope it doesn't come to that. Your friend, James Hawthorne, the crazy scientist. Do I need to kill you? Maybe I could just... Okay, he ate. Okay, we have 1 very, very, very small slither of health. He's a little too quick. I'm trying to get some ground on him. Did we actually kill him or did we just stun him? Okay, he's dead. Kill an enemy using the shotgun, which we now have very, very few bullets left on. Okay, we got the demon. Stop files. Do we have a lever handle? Now, a fuse box. Aha! The cover's been broken off, so we need the fuse for that. I can call the elevator from here, but the power's been cut. So we need to turn the power back on in order to be able to do that. But to do that, we need to take the fuse out of the other area and bring it to here. It's also not easy to tell what's interactable because you have to look for the Y at the bottom, but it doesn't, you know, it's not that obvious to see. Okay, now, unfortunately, we don't really have... Nitric acid is going to be a thing that we're going to use for some sort of thing. We don't have many bullets and we're at very, very little health. So... Okay. There's a chemical in here, which might be something that we need. Might be something that we need. Okay. I don't like it because we have very, very few saves. But... okay. I have saved the game. Maybe it's just 2 more saves at this location. Which wouldn't be that bad then, would it? You know, if it's just... you have 2 saves that you can do at various intervals at this location. But as you progress through, you know, other areas have more saves. Because that would make a lot of sense. Because it's like the Inquiry ribbons, except it's just specifically narrowing down at one specific location. I don't suppose we're going to need the shotgun shells entirely again this early, right? I think you can only load 1 bullet at a time as well, which is kind of a little awkward. Okay, so the instant we take this fuse out, it is going to summon all of them. And I'm going to press the wrong button because I'm that Papega and wonder why she isn't swinging her axe. And anti-gravity infused our lantern, which was very interesting there. Okay, but I did just save for this very reason, because, you know, I figured the armies of the undead coming to get us, and probably the weeping angels, might be a little dangerous and deadly. So, you know, we've taken that into account to a degree. But it's unfortunate that I'm going to have to go back to the box again. Because I saved onto the plan that I would just immediately take this out and, you know, it'd be immediately where we need to do it. But I didn't account for my inventory being full. And I kind of want to keep the items that we got, because, you know, puzzle items that we probably won't be using anytime soon, but at the same time, handy. At least we didn't need to light the kerosene lamp specifically. You know, it came pre-lit because, you know, we got the matches still, sure, but, you know, yes, we weren't immediately using it. I wonder what difference it would make if we didn't have the kerosene lamp equipped. Would they still come and attack us? Oh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Saving closes all of the doors. And that is kind of a good thing. Because it means that enemies are closed off from us. And that means they are less likely to come and actually be able to come and attack us and get us. So I might not be able to close the doors, but saving can. And that means that there's only one way that the enemies can get in. So the 2 enemies in that room, you just don't have to deal with them. Maybe I just go round the long way, where I'm sure there won't be a million more enemies. Great. Fantastic anti-gravity lantern again. Fantastic job of missing her. Hard modes might be very, very hard. I mean, yes, if I had used keyboard and mouse controls, I would not miss the shot. She was not in the same space either, which was what got me. I was aiming in the other direction, in the dark, where it's hard to see her. And then I had less opportunity to reload and take another shot, so I had to go for a swing then, and then she got me. Ideally, I would have more than a tiny slither of health as well. But unfortunately, that is not the case. So we are in a little bit of a dire situation right now. And then the very, very, very long loading screen. Which, considering how easy it is to die, would probably put a lot of people off playing this game. But maybe they'll fix that. Copium, I'm sure they will fix that post-release, right? Copium? It's, well, it's released today. But you know what I mean. Maybe they will fix that in a later update. This is an unfortunate thing. Especially because... I don't know. Maybe we don't just have 2 saves total. You know, I'm thinking it's just that there are 2 saves on that particular statue. Who knows even how big the house is? Let's face it. The house kind of looking tiny at the moment, but there's the whole we're going up an elevator to a different section of somewhere thing. So we might be going to a much bigger area. Okay. I could potentially just run away from this lady. I could potentially just get the shotgun out and blast her. I can't just immediately save again. That would be a waste of a save. Okay. One headshot. Dead shots. And they're locked in the kitchen, in the dining room. So I will not even be going that way. Kratos is not respawned. There's some sort of ethereal mist in that room now. Now, the Weeping Angels room. Currently looking like they're not going to come and attack me yet. So, I'm okay with that. Anyone hiding in the dark in here? Okay, so clearly we were meant to come out this way into the darkness here, because, you know, even though we've chopped the electricity to the mansion, they can't come and open doors on their own, right? No one else hiding in here. Toilet. Lily. Bath. With shotgun shells and hydrochloric acid. But unfortunately, my inventory management skills are not the greatest. Okay, so the hydrochloric acid with the nitric acid in various quantities is something for some sort of puzzle. Since we are not going to be able to take both, give me the shotgun shells back, because we're picking up more shotgun shells, so I might as well have those shotgun shells as well. And be prepared, be prepared. And then we're going to go to the basement, put this fuse in the other bit, and use the lever. We would never leave her. And not get ambushed by monsters. Waited for the inevitable doom to come from saying that. The doom did not come. Thankfully. The demon will not be respawned. And we cleared him out so we can actually get to where we need to put this fuse. I mean, there's a chance you don't even need to kill him. The power's been cut. Use. Okay, the Puzzles you have to just figure out yourself, I guess. All elevator. Because there was no, you know, interact with it. This is a giant elevator. Suspicious as though something might attack us. The sewers! Okay. I was expected to go up. Of course it's not going to go up. It's going to go down. Down in an earlier round. Yeah. I was, surprised by that. Quite surprised. That does make it a lot more challenging. You have to just sort of figure out that, you know, you need to use something here and then use the something there. That does make it a lot harder as a puzzle, let's face it. This has 3 saves. Okay, so the saves are specific to the various things. The storage boxes are global, that's good to learn. In which case I can then dump things that we don't necessarily need immediately. Okay, antiseptic. Recover a small amount of health. I can't combine it with anything. Ooh, I can combine it. Okay, so when I put use, it means combine. Okay, so saving is a lot more reasonable now, it seems. I need a sewers key. Well, I guess we're not down here yet then. Unless... Right, this is just the room and it's got a locked door. Okay. Let's go back up. Where else is there to go then? There's got to be something I'm missing. Okay, maybe the whole acid stuff is relevant to somewhere that we needed to go or something. Or something that I need to do, because I've missed what I would need to be doing then. Because we're lacking keys, and unless there were keys on some dead bodies that I missed, I am at a loss for what I'm missing here. Oh, I am at a distinct loss. So we're gonna just walk around lost. Maybe we can take the fuse back out. Nope, that fuse is fused in there. Okay. So somewhere requires a lever, and somewhere requires some acid stuff. But we need to figure out what and where. Because nothing has been made obvious. I'm just going to go near everything until maybe something comes up with some sort of prompt. Maybe we can figure things out. The V8 engine is not a thing. Maybe we can figure some things out. Some sort of distillery? Okay, there are the 2 enemies in the kitchen, dining room, whatever. It's not the kitchen, it's the dining room. But I doubt that they have anything. The acids have got to be relevant. Okay. And silver beats gold. Hospital library, gold is resistant. So we want to dissolve something gold and keep the silver by making the regier. That's all I can figure out. But where is that relevant? Question. Does it get locked from the other side? No. Okay, it doesn't get relocked from the other side. No new ghosts. Grand piano. Now we probably need to use some sort of piano music on that. Because that's, you know... a billiard table. Which I don't think that using a lever on that is going to do anything. Can't leverage anything from that. Changing floors also locks the doors, which is interesting. Which means, not that we could have, but, you know, if we could have gone down there in the first instance, maybe we could have. Actually, maybe we could have gone down there in the first instance and then made that door locks and come back up and made sure that the guy couldn't actually come out and attack us because he'd be trapped in the kitchen because it would be locked. Huh. Now, none of these doors open from this side, which is unfortunate because now I am at a loss. There's none of you things. Unless I use the acids on you? Maybe I use the acids on them? None of them seem to, like, they would have anything. That's just a toilet and a bathroom that's been completely flooded bath. And honestly, it's interesting that the bath isn't full of blood and demon guts. It's just a dripping bath with soap in it. It doesn't look that full from, you know, this perspective. It looks overflowed and, you know, the electric is on, but at the same time, maybe it's just a very, very leaky tub. Okay, so, we have a situation, and that situation is that we can open all of these doors and we have, but there's nothing else in them. That door's locked by a key. Both of those doors are locked from the other side, even though that one says I haven't investigated in this life. And that door's locked, but needs a key. None of these help us in any way, shape, or form. Hydrochloric acid. I mean, I can combine the chemicals. Try and figure out if I can use that on anything. But yeah, it looks distinctly like like I'm stuck. And there's nothing we can do to progress. But maybe I'm mistaken. Because we need keys, and there are none. Okay. That, and that. That's an antiseptic, you idiot. That's not the acids. That's the acids. That's an antiseptic. Okay, so it turns out I probably could use the antiseptic. Okay. Aquaradia is all the radia. Also, we have some matches to start a fire. Looks like part of some mechanism. If only we could find some sort of thing that required a mechanism. So we can set something on fire. Try using the matches and the accolades here on everything that we can interact with. Because otherwise, there's either some very, very hidden, obscure item that I'm being completely blind to, or can't use the aqua radier on them, or I don't know, or we're completely stuck. And it seems like we might be completely stuck, and there might be nothing we can do, which is a problem. None of this equipment has any sign of any ability to interact with it. This one looks. It doesn't have any sort of thing on it. Can't use a lever handle on it. None of this looks like it's got a spot to interact with. I mean, this is where we picked up the lever handle. Doesn't interact with it. We want to be able to get some silver out of something. Can't interact with any of these. Okay. I mean, there's got to be something I'm missing in the sewers, right? Like some sort of key. Perhaps. Or maybe some enemy was supposed to drop some sort of key and maybe I missed it because I didn't get it off their corpse or something and it wasn't obvious. I don't know. All I know is we are a little stuck right now. And that's not good. And I don't feel like it's enough progress to bother saving. So, you know, like we can literally just do all that. Shoot the one lady that we shot and run around for 10 hours in no time. Okay, nothing else. Some barrels that we can't interact with. A door that needs a sewers key. Some barrels that we can't interact with. A save point and a locked chest. I'd use any of those on that slightly suspicious hole in the wall. Okay, nothing in the sewers because we need a sewers key. Absolutely nothing. Even the call lift button doesn't do anything. Nothing on the ceiling. No way of doing anything. Possibility of glitching through the door is plausible. Is plausible. But too much effort. Right, definitely no way of progressing down there. Only thing left is the two people in the kitchen, in the dining room that we didn't kill. So let's go check out every room one more time thoroughly. And then the kitchen, which, you know, the other lady spawned in after we took the thing. Then kill those two in the other room. And if they don't give us anything, then I don't know. I don't know. Either way, whatever you've done, wherever you've hidden the keys, or whatever this is very convoluted and not remotely obvious, and quite clearly just hard blocking anyone from completing the game, or even playing the game, because like, this is no progress at all. I have thoroughly checked out this room. There is no surface in this room that has any sort of interactivity. So it could not be any of these things at all. They're just set dressing. I've thoroughly checked out every part of that. Nothing else down there. There's the dripping tap, which again is nothing. There's all the demon things in here. But again, they're really nothing. Lamps look kind of like eyes. And smack the ass of the statue and it does nothing. Can't Aqua Ranger light or handle you. Some kind of mechanism. Ah. Lever. He probably has a key. And of course. Really? You just all eat a shotgun blast? Help. Oh, fantastic. Well, we found tiny little slit on the wall was the progress. I really thought a shotgun would take them out in one hit or something. The weird snake things that they are. But I guess not. Well. Okay. So. I mean, we already have the lever from a long time ago. We don't even need to take the fuse out to mess with that, really, to do this bit. We can just do it. And do it we shall. Probably take it and run. And maybe not get near all three of them. Maybe only activate one of them. Because she only activated after I took the thing. So, you know. Okay, we have the lever on us. Again, time slows down when we do things. That's actually okay to maybe use to heal and things then in that instance. And if I use the lever up on the thing, then we gain a spot back, don't we? We don't need the Aqua Rage or anything, yes. Immediately does send the stuff down. Okay, so they all come alive regardless of whether I take it or not. Good to know. Well, she didn't come alive. I thought I'd get away with that, you know? I thought I'd get away with that one. It turns out I was mistaken. Okay, so... Well, in that instance, I should run in from the one side, grab it, and then run out the door. You know, if I'm going to run. I don't know what it is we're even grabbing off of there. Is it a key? Is it a key? Is it not a key? When is a key not a key? When it is a key, as in a Q-U-A-Y. That's... I don't know what the heck that joke is, but it's something. Shotgun. Okay, so she has the shotgun attack. She can still smack them over the head with it. It's interesting to learn. And is a key not a key when it's talky? Okay. Why wouldn't you pick up the item? Why would you not pick up the item when I tell you to pick up the item? I have no idea what item is. It is item. I have item. I run. Keep run. That is not button I want to use. Of course, it's something that I need to use the acid and stuff on. Of course it. Okay, they do not stop coming. They don't stop coming. Okay, that one died in one shot. Don't get caught on the door. Okay. Now, I wonder why they wouldn't die in one shot with the shotgun before. Was that a waste of a shotgun, perhaps? Probably. Quite probably. Okay, so now we can get rid of this into here and think about things. Okay, so nitric acid, we're going to get the hydrochloric acid in a bit. Doesn't look like we've got the matches used for a while. There's going to be some heals, which we're going to get. Right, the next stage is Kitchen Lady, which is another danger. So once we take this fuse, we will have Kitchen Lady. It's no more demons. Again, could just, you know, do the doubly save. Safest way of dealing with her. Run until you know exactly where she'll be coming out of. And then miss her very much. Controller aim. Because, you know, we'll just waste all our bullets with controller aim. That's a very, very dangerous statue now. Okay, lever isn't re-clickable. If we come over here, there's hydrochloric acids and other things. Okay, so we can already combine the acids to use on the ball for whatever reason that is. Whatever that makes, we will combine acid and ball. Don't put acid on your balls. It does not go well, I would imagine. I've never tried it myself, but I imagine it would be a very, very stupid thing to try. That's interesting that the shotgun shells don't stack, because I kind of expected that they would. Select and combine. Select and combine. Okay, so it had a silver key within it. That is not quite what I was expecting to happen in that form. But sure. Okay, gun is already loaded. In which case, I'm gonna swap that for that, because that seems more smart. Okay, we're ready to go down into the sewers now without fighting those up two enemies that are in that one room, because I don't need to kill them. I can just chill as we actually make progress now. That very, very, very hidden lever thing though, you know? Yeah. Oh, really? Really? Hi. You weren't there earlier. You're there now because I made the sewers key now? What if I didn't make the sewers key now, though? What if I made the sewers key after we were in the sewers? Would you still spawn? Or would you not? Because I've already killed you once, and I kind of want to save my ammo and not bother, even though you take a few more than 2 hits. Because you've got a stupid face mask on. I'm sure this demon won't have respawned. be in the way. I'm sure we don't have any sort of threat at all here. Okay. Oh, we lost him. Good. Good. Don't need to concern ourselves with him. He is never going to be blocking those stairs on the way back up at all. It's fine. We might never need to go that way ever again. You know, it's all perfectly fine and good and everything is fine and dandy. Fine and dandy. Okay. At least the key just immediately works. Catacombs key. Big, suspiciously empty corridor that definitely won't have sewer monsters in it. It definitely doesn't already have sewer monsters that have seen me and are coming running towards me. Fuck. I should have saved. I knew it. I wanted to save. I got greedy. It's fine. There are 100% solutions to this that involve not having to care at all. Unless there's a problem with the guy on the stairs. Maybe the guy on the stairs only spawns if you've taken the ball and not even if you've done the other stuff. In which case, you know, I grab the ball, I run for the stairs to get away from the three things, and the game goes, haha, you die now. And then we die on the stairs, hilariously, running away from the three snake ladies that we kind of just don't want to deal with. You know, because if I can just grab the ball and not have to deal with them. Unfortunately, I can't immediately take this because my inventory is full. So, you know, even if I wanted to, I couldn't. Now, there aren't any candles on the table by the dinner, are there? Because that might be a thing. You know, we've got some matches, and maybe we just need to light the dinner table candles. Okay, there are two different lights here. Like an unlit one and a lit one. Maybe power? Don't need the acid yet. Okay. Now, we're going to go turn the lights off, turn the power off, get the acids ready, and then we can think about leaving the house. We can then get the ball and then run. I mean, sounds like they don't even need to kill her. There goes her head. Leaving it very, very close. Now, I doubt that the snake thing's the one shot with the pistol, right? Really doubt it. Okay, use the lever handle. Give her the room. Okay. We're gonna see. I don't know how many we aggroed. Hopefully just the one. Just the one. Okay, we get in, we grab the thing, which might aggro more. That aggroed the rest of them. And I'm sure that there won't be a deadly guy on the stairs There wasn't. Oh, yeah. He only spawns if you've got the sewer key before you go down. Those snake ladies are still chasing me. Okay, but we got out of there before they got us. Okay, now we can buy the assets down here and the storage box down here. And he won't suddenly come down here, will he? The guy from upstairs, because he won't be mad that we skipped it. Right. Right. He won't be mad that we... did not. It's fine. If we go back upstairs, everything resets. Doors are locked. Those fake things won't come and get us. Okay, now we go to the bathroom and collect the other part of the acid, which I forgot to go get. Because we actually needed to collect it, you know, if I wanted to do it that way before we triggered the snake lady things. But it's fine. If I do it this way, if grabbing this acid does trigger him, I just go past the snake ladies again and lose them all, including him, circling the room, and then I go downstairs again. And everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. Okay, loading. Everything will be fine. Should probably just use that healing thing that we got. Should probably just use that. Okay. Yeah. Could have used that before. Jump scare stare guy. Are you there? Guy, you are. Hi. And snake ladies. Hi. Okay, not killing things might come back to bite us in the ass at some point. But for now, we don't. And we just ignore the fact that they might be there and even more enemies might spawn. And we just make that a horrific nightmare. But that's for the future to deal with. And not right now on us. We just get out of here and get to the sewers and go bye-bye. Everything is fine. We've got a shotgun if we need it. And we're going to need it for what's in the sewers, let's face it. Okay. So thankfully, actually, I hadn't took it in the first instance because that would have just meant that I had to deal with him as well as those snake ladies that were chasing us. And now I made it a little easier to handle for myself. Restores a small amount of health. I mean, you could probably combine it with other things, but I'm just gonna like, we need the health, right? Okay. Use the key. The snake lady. Down here somewhere. Who's immediately smelling us. And takes a shotgun to the face. Okay, so now I can carry on exploring. I'm sure I probably could have killed it with a pistol if I had better aim. That seemed to be a body shot. Okay, she just takes 2 shots the same as a regular Zombo. She just runs at you and kills you. Ironically, there was a second one up there in the path that I was initially heading. There's an item over there. I probably should go that way. There's an item over there. Okay. Damn these stones. Okay, she took a lot more axing than I thought, but she's suddenly wearing very interesting red clothes. Okay, well, we're almost dead from that encounter, so that sucks. It's fine. We'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. Right. Not loaded. So let's load it up. The item that definitely won't spawn some enemies when we take it. Shotgun shells. It's fine. Take it. Shotgun's loaded. Take the shortcut. Okay. I mean, that's actually good. We use some shotgun shells up, and we probably want to use the shotgun more than anything to face it. But I'm trying to preserve ammo. Okay. An unlit lantern. Of course I didn't bring the matches with me. More unlit lanterns. Someone's gonna ambush me, isn't it? Something is absolutely gonna sneak out and ambush me. Rocks. A very graffitied sewer. Here's an ambush spot. Ambush. Okay. Some sort of torture chamber. Somewhere ominous to head towards, but the long way round. Another potential ambush spot. That you probably go, that one's going to be locked off too. Is more opportunities to look inside and take a peek, but maybe get ambushed whilst looking. No one would ever suspect the thing coming from behind. Would they? No one would ever suspect the thing coming from behind. Okay, the third one is clearly the only way through. There's Demon George. Demon George is dead. And there goes all of the shotgun bullets that we just picked up. Okay. Who would suspect that there'd be a demon around the corner waiting to kill you? Max gun ammo. And the base ammo right there as well. Ooh, there's a shiny item. It would be a shame if a demon killed you whilst you picked it up. Nothing smells me the instant I step into the room. That's always a good start. A lot of lit braziers. Stairs that are tempting me up. And maybe will cause something to attack me. More ethereal braziers. More stairs that are probably the smarter way to go up. No ambushes. Some item in the corner that definitely won't cause enemies to come and get us. See, why do 7 and 4. Why do some stack in bigger stacks than others? That's stupid. And I don't get it. But I'm fine. You know, at least it didn't split into a third stack. Maybe that's just a kindness we should accept. It's like maybe they intended... He is clearly going to come alive and chase us the instant that I take his key, isn't he? Oh, what a surprise. Oh shit, he locked the door. Well, the door appears to be locked on us. Oh, but what a surprise. We are locked in with a boss. At least this isn't the worst chamber to kite him around. It's kind of slow. At least I can not die. At least we don't die here. Okay. That's unfortunate that that eats him in the arm there. Wonka. Okay, I got overconfident because he got stunned. I nearly got myself in a bit of a pickle there. Okay, well, we have one shotgun shell left. I would rather not waste that. Because I doubt that one shotgun shell is going to be enough to kill him, right? Get up the stairs. Don't get stuck on them. Okay, controller aim and hitting him in the face is easier said than done. No! You're going to eat all my ammo, aren't you? Worst. You are the worst. Hellboy, I think that went over your head. Like that shitty joke. God damn it. Yeah, damn it. Okay, in the face. No. In the face. Dead? Dead. Defeat the lesser demon of the sewers. The lesser demon of the sewers. Well, we have no more ammo to deal with a more demon of the sewers, and I know what you like, game. I know your tricks now. Oh, it is nice and safe on the way back. Absolutely. There won't be a weird Jason monster to come and attack me. Not even Jason, is it? It's Michael Myers. I don't know. The old horror people. Is it Mike Myers? Is it Jason? I don't know. Does it matter? No. Well, it kind of looks safe. Okay, but it's... I hate to do it, But this is a reasonable place to save. We killed a boss. We have very little health. Enter the catacombs, the hidden horrors. It wouldn't be the worst place to save, because otherwise we've got to do all of that again. And that, you know, it's not a lot of progress, but it's okay amounts, you know? It will do. You got plenty of things. It's the health and ammo that we lack. The health and the ammo. And we can't really mitigate either. Because, you know, to save ammo, we need health to axe swipe things, and that ain't happening. We can avoid shooting some monsters, which we did. Okay. Some kind of mechanism looks like there's something missing to stop those flames and the decomposing corpses. Or the decapitated and de-armed and legged chests that were just hanging in the ceiling. Probably getting roasted nicely, ready for someone's dinner. Even though vampires don't eat corpses and flesh, they suck the blood directly out and wouldn't want it toasty. They would want it drippy bloody. The perspective on these monks suggests they are 3 feet tall. Because they're adult, but very short with big heads. They're like 3 feet tall monkmen. Now that corridor is screaming, come down me. Okay. Seems we skipped a floor. Somehow, we have skipped a location that we maybe should have gone to. And that's not possible. Greenwood's gone mad. To whomever takes on this horrible task, Greenwood's gone mad. You know full well he went down here, and what does he do? He decides to build a mansion right on top of the whole thing. His wife just gave birth to their first child, and he stays here, of all places, is where he wants to settle down. Anyway, just keep this cannon aimed at that wall. Don't ask why. It's better you don't know. It's not like there's a demon behind it. Because you just fought a lesser one. I don't know. I sure wish I didn't. I sure wish I didn't. The cannon is a new model. The cannonball and gunpowder can be loaded independently for rapid loading. Rapid reloading. Because you're gonna blast a hole in the wall. I've already loaded the cannonball for you, but I wouldn't load the gunpowder until you're ready to fire. Make sure you always have fresh batch ready to go. You'll be able to find charcoal, saltpeter, and sulfur in some of the rooms here. Be careful when grinding the components. You'll want to make sure they're blended well, but don't let the gunpowder get too fine. Good luck and pray that you'll never see the other side of that wall. Don't shoot the wall with the cannon, because that would be a terrible idea. If only I had some gunpowder to blast a hole in the wall to the demon that they are hoping that you don't let out, and the cannon is to shoot the demon, not to shoot a hole in the wall and go fight the demon with normal weapons, because God forbid that anyone would be stupid enough to blast a hole in that wall and go seek out the demon and then die to them horrifically. That would never happen. Yours sincerely, Dr. Greenwood has gone mad and wrote this whole thing and is mad himself. Okay, Dr. Greenwood. There's the arms of the body. There's the torso. There's another torso. There's a pistolo. Interesting. I can move the slots of things. Okay, that's good. Now, axe gun looks like some sort of shotgun with axe on the end is definitely a well-known and effective weapon. Looks more powerful than a pistol, but maybe it's like a magnum or something. And it is actually more powerful. Because this axe gun certainly is. If you axe me. Ha ha ha. That's a shitty pun. Save point. Safe room? Safe room. Because safe room music. Still ammo. A food mill, I could probably use it for something else. It's almost as though we're going to be grinding powder. Who would have guessed? Okay. Pistol ammo is in a rapid reload. Okay, well that is better than weird old-fashioned cannon pistol. Because we can loads. Okay, yeah, no, it's got multiple shots. It's probably the same damage, but well, I mean, we're low on ammo, and you've given me a good gun to shoot things more rapidly, but at the same time, well, here's the cultists from Them and Us. Revisited in this game. Yeah, no, you gave me a rapid fire pistol for a reason. And I won't kill using the pistol. The 20th century welfare. We killed 3 things with the pistol, actually. We missed a few shots. 8 and 7. Like, on single fire targets, we need to use up these stupid cannon bullets just because this gun is the worst. Antiseptic, that's some health. There's somebody on the other side of that wall. Prison key? Just the door. Axe gun ammo. Oh no. Well, there goes that theory that maybe we just get to permanently replace it once I've used up the axe gun ammo. No, it would never be that kind, would it? Maybe we can upgrade the axe gun later, though, and make it more powerful than you could ever imagine. After you've used up all of the bullets and you're never getting them again, it becomes the most powerful item you could ever imagine. I mean, that seems kind of the smartest idea to me. There's that other path up there that we never went round as well. That's just where we were in the first place. There's, god damn, these maps. It's a shame you can't tell where you are on them unless you just sort of figure it out yourself. It doesn't tell you specifically. You are here. If I open that door, I'm going to let out. It's locked. I need the accursed key from the accursed one, which is probably the full demon. Right. Okay, well, suddenly we have only one option, and maybe we couldn't have gone the other way anyway, because it seems that, you know, this was the way to go. Right, of course, of course. I could smell you, you know, before you even announced yourself. I could smell you were there. Okay, pistol is weaker. Pistol is weaker, or I just hit it terribly, because, you know, we also hit the one with the shotgun shells before and it never really did a lot, did it? Okay, reload as much as you can, then put pistol back. Okay. I probably could have cannoned that one, you know, with 2 shots, but It's just a fast boy, and I don't like it. That was there to try and catch you out on a... God damn it. 2. Another. Okay, that one got staggered, which is good. Yeah, 2 shots of the cannon. But again, you know, maybe if I aimed the pistol better, I might have been able to do the same with the pistol. Maybe the cannon staggers more as well. How many more of these are you going to shove in my way? 80? Yeah, more footprints. More footsteps. There's possibly even whatever would naturally have spawned down here, as well as even more of those. So I might have just made this path even harder by going the other way first. But this was obvious, and obvious is always wrong. Okay, now it does light up the place that you are. But there are 2 sets of stairs here. One goes down. So that goes down into that, which has 2 doors. That one goes up into there, which has 1 door and a locked door. And another one of those. Why do I get the feeling now that you can spit from that loophole that you have? And you can spit some sort of acid that could kill me in an instant. I have a bad feeling about that. There's your leg. There's an extra pair of arms. More shotgun shells. Gonna need to save the shotgun shells for inevitable demon involved. You were coming down as though you smelled me. You didn't. But you didn't. So I guess they just have a natural up and down path that they go as well. So if you're careful, you might be able to peek them without them seeing or smelling you. So that suggests that no, we came out an entirely different location to the map anyway. Item. Check your peripheries rather than get item. Before you take item, you make sure it's safe. Okay. It's safe for the moment. Alcohol. And of course my inventory is full. But, you know, for the moment isn't good enough, is it? Because the instant we take that, you know that things are going to come for us. And block our entire way back. You just know it. Okay, so while our inventory's full, let's go... Okay. Taken care of. Like, he's literally a them and us cultist. Literally. Like, yeah, he's not got the symbol on it, but it's very much similar. Locked from the other side, of course, of course. Oh. Pistol ammo. Okay, there's prison key up, which lets me take the ammo Now that door suspiciously is already open. I didn't open it. Now, how many guys was that? Many. Not that way. That way is doom. I don't really want to waste my good ammo on you. Like, you were too close and... I have to use it. It's a very small amount of health, but I have to. Otherwise we're dead. Otherwise we're dead. Okay, well, we know where the charcoal is. It's nice and safe. Any more demons wanna lift me? I should have said demons, should have I? I didn't want to summon actual demons. You know, I meant the undead ghoul things that I just killed that don't eat all of my ammo. That's what I meant. Any more of these undead ghouls? I should just shut up. I should stop inviting them into attack me. You don't even get staggered, do you? Because you're just eating all of my ammo. Every single one of you. You're just eating it all, and I need it for this clearly inevitable demon boss. Shut mouth forever. Valve wheel. Axe gun ammo. Not. Wait, did that sound like a door opening? Pistol ammo. Now you know that when we take that. Something. New discovery! An entire tunnel system deep underground with no markings to indicate any sort of entrance or exit. I searched the university library and I couldn't find even the slightest reference to these tunnels in any text or map. Who made these tunnels? What are they for? Why were they hidden? I have no doubt that we'll find the answers to these questions over the coming weeks. There's no telling what tomorrow will bring. John Greenwood, the insane scientist himself. Okay, so this loops around. Oh. Bandages on my legs, and I should have saved it because I could have combined it with the antiseptic. And it would have been a lot of healing, I imagine, because I know how games like this work. But I was stupid, and I didn't wait. Okay. Both of you were smelling me. That's... wouldn't you? Help! Fuck me! Right, in your hole. So, less ammo. Even less ammo now. This is fine. We will not be needing any of this ammo at all. For any sort of upcoming boss. Why would we need ammo? No. This is absolutely unnecessary ammo that we would never continue to be needing. And I absolutely could have just opened that door from that side. What am I thinking? What was I thinking? Okay. So, I didn't pick up the key items, so I would not have activated any sort of special conditions for enemy spawning. Given this game's logic, I have not triggered any of the specific conditions that spawn enemies. Okay, so we need the matches to light the thing. One shotgun shell is kind of irrelevant, in which case I'm going to put that in there as well. I kind of want to save that till I can actually use with a combination, which, you know, we absolutely could have, but I decided, well, we've held it for so long that I'm sure we're not going to get a combining item. Copium. Should have just waited. Okay, so now get the valve. Run. We get the other thing down there. And we see if enemies spawn. And if no enemies spawn, we're okay. And if they do, we've got a sort of a loopy system down here. And then we go get the other item, which is going to be the scariest of them all. Because it's the one that's in a dead end. That laggy loading says to me enemies spawning in. Horrible amounts of enemies being spawned in. Okay, then we've got the saltpeter. Unlock the door. It kind of looks safe at the moment. At the moment. No new enemies. New enemies. Okay, we get the item up here, which is the last ingredient for the gunpowder. Then see if we can't glitch over the balcony, which we cannot. There, at least. Okay. Can't glitch over the balcony, but maybe we don't need to. Maybe they haven't spawned in new enemies to hunt us down when we want to go mix this. Maybe it's safe. Okay, it's a bit concerningly safe and empty. It's a little too suspiciously lacking of extra enemies. Okay. It's all safe. It's safe. Until we grind this, perhaps. Charcoal. saltpeter. And matches. Which I thought I would be using to light the thing, but apparently to start a fire. Am I missing an ingredient? Charcoal, saltpeter, saltpeter and sulfur. We are lacking a key. We are lacking a key to open this thing. Okay, there's some more stairs back there and a door perhaps that we never went down. Okay. There's probably an entire path that we never went down. Maybe we should go down that way. Maybe we will find an ingredient that we are still lacking down there. And maybe we got the valve wheel to turn off the fire. And that will be where the whatever is laggily spawning in have spawned in. Killed everything down there. That's where we went and fought things. And of course... Great shot. Just fire over his shoulder a warning shot. Nice that they only fought with purpose. Hitman 47, 48, 49, 50, 60, and 69. He decided to suddenly walk with greater purpose. I know there was one more and I probably should have used the axe gun. But... okay, that's a million cultists that suddenly and mysteriously spawned in for no reason. It's not because I picked up the valve that turns off the fire. And it didn't lag out the game when they were spawning in. I wonder what caused them to spawn in. I wonder. Okay, so that's just the way back out. And now we never came down here because fire. But we have this valve wheel which will turn off the fire permanently and not ever allow us to turn it off again. And these absolutely won't be filled with snakehead ladies on the way back up at all, will they? My dearest John, I hope the expedition is going well. I pray every night that you'll safe return home. William is growing up so fast, he started taking his first steps. By the time you return home, you'll be running around after him. We both miss you and I hope that you can make it back soon. Love, Mary. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So, once we kill the demon, is that the end of the game? Is this actually very, very short? There's a lot of items in there. Of course. Really? You are very quick. You're dead and you've got no head. How are you still growling? Okay. We're now back to 1 hit from death. Fantastic. And there absolutely won't be any more of them. Or any demons. At all. utopian. Of course there is. Oh my god. And of course I don't have my shotgun on me because I got rid of it. Of course I'm not able to turn the fire back on because that would be so unlike anyone's idea of what you would do in this situation. You would never turn the fire back on and melt the demon as it chases after you. Who would turn the valve and turn the fire back on to kill it? Not me. I would never turn the fire back on and melt the demon as it chases me to make sure that it just dies there. Who would ever be that clever to turn the fire back on and kill the monsters that are chasing you? Who? Is that... Oh. I don't like these stairs as a place to fight you. Damn it, eat all my ammo. I know I shot a lot of them into his chest, but, you know, I wanted to make sure I didn't miss. And there goes all of our ammo. Shit! Again, who would turn the... Okay, good, he was only one more shot away from death. Who would go and turn the fire on when you're being pursued by all of these? No one. You would waste all of your ammo and shoot them. Any more sneaky fellows? There might be a sneaky fellow hiding in the periphery. It's okay. Ammo, right? Sulfur. Ammo. I'll take it. Antiseptic. Okay. We got some pistol ammo again, which is something. We can't get the sulfur for the thing because I have full stuff, but that's fine. We have antiseptic to combine with the other bandages, and actually it's better that I don't pick that up in case it spawns enemies, because clearly designed for you to take that last, which I unfortunately have done, and taking that last will trigger spawning in things that'll probably be all the way here. And it probably would have been smarter to take one of the other things last and not have things spawning in, or at least not as far to go and fight through. You know? Funny ass. Okay, but we combine, we reuse, we recycle, and we carry on about our business, and we have some shotgun shells, which will be probably best saved for this inevitable demon boss. But okay. Fake. Yeah, maybe I can just combine it in a different way. Maybe if I go select, combine. Okay, no, you can combine them. I was just being Papega. She does the GTA walk. Combine. Antiseptic bandage. Yay, the antiseptic bandage. Right, let's use it. A large amount of health. That's most of our health. Okay. Still ammo. Then we'll combine these into one pile. That's just been Papega. This I might as well leave here for now, because until we come back here anyway, we're not going to need the matches to light things. Okay, shotgun in a place where we can equip it now. Good. Okay, so our guns are in spots that we can use them. Because I have to naturally place things myself in areas that you can use them. Unlike where the game wants you to. Okay, so pray that we will never have to blast a hole in the wall, but we're going to do it stupidly anyway, so, you know. Maybe not the smartest 47-year-old lady she is, apparently. Clearly vampire, hiding her neck with this neck brace to probably stop her getting bitten by vampires, but, you know, already is. Unless she is chasing the 47-year-old lady. Maybe we are Lily. Okay. I mean, item to shoot cannon downstairs. Another path. Must be explored. Shotgun shells? Don't mind if I do. We are going to face the boss. Okay, these stairs are a death trap. Look at the different heights in the various stairs, and like some of them are sheared off. Absolutely a death trap to trip over, and it's not for tessellation of assets. It's designed to look like a death trap of horribleness, I think. Big, suspiciously empty room. You might hide someone in that corner. Items. Just tasty free supplies? I don't mind if I do. It will definitely not spawn in anything when I suspiciously take these. Okay, a reassignment? The completion of the wall. All non-essential personnel, that's anyone not involved in guarding the wall, are to immediately report to me for reassignment. John Greenwood, that's definitely not under the control of the demon. Bandages. To prepare for combination. Now, I don't know if it healed any extra. Probably, I imagine it did. Heal more for combining the two than if I'd have taken just the one, right? Or used the two separately. It has to have. That makes sense. Surprisingly, not a full heal. Almost, but not a full heal. Okay. Now, that's going to be full of snake ladies when we go back up, isn't it? Full of snakehead ladies. My inventory's full again! Well, we're not quite doing it just yet. Just yet. It's fine. Like, you know, 100% there's going to be a million monsters coming back with that. Like, guarantees, but it's fine. Okay, and then we'll get the items. We will get the thing. There's probably a soft lock, I imagine, because the other area is a different area, right? And if we go into there, it would probably unload all the assets in here, but think that we've picked up the collectibles and not spawn them again, but then they wouldn't be in the grinder ready to be used. And then you could probably just lose them and soft lock the game. I'm not going to test it, because I'm not being paid to play test this. But, you know, have they play tested that to make sure that nobody could accidentally decide to go back to the mansion and soft lock it? Yes, I feel like that's something that could possibly happen. Bandage, you sitting there. I want to keep my guns and I want to keep my ammo, which fills my entire inventory. I realise I should sacrifice one of the pistol or the axe gun. The axe gun is getting low on bullets. And, you know, I want to use them up and then I feel a lot happier getting rid of it. But for the moment, you know, it is my best, and it's probably the best melee. It looks like the best melee weapon, so, you know, you kind of want to keep it for that if you're doing melee, but at the same time, it's not very powerful melee, is it? It's kind of ineffective. Unless you're stuck in a large group, in which case, you know, in a large group, and you've got the health to stay alive, it might be okay to have the axe gun as a last minute melee weapon. But 99% of the time, I'm going to say you don't want to do that. Now, you also don't want to run down here away from a snake lady, run back up the stairs, and that's a million enemies spawning in. That's a million enemies spawning in. Because, you know, if you do that, there's going to be another enemy in front of you that's going to eat you, and you're just stupid. Because then you get sandwiched and eaten, and as sandwiches do, they get eaten, and you don't want to be the filling in the sandwich. You do not. You don't want to be the sandwich. You're not a Jill sandwich! I don't remember what her name was, but you're not a Jill sandwich, so don't make yourself a Jill sandwich. Top tip, don't become a Jill sandwich. That's a foot and a hand. They don't belong together. Do not make yourself a Jill sandwich. She doesn't appreciate it. She does not want to be sandwiched. She is not sandwich meat. Okay. Ambush? No ambush? There's no ambush. I'm just gonna go peek over the balcony and see what fresh hell awaits us. Maybe I can shoot some. Hi. Oh, great! You just shoot a warning shot in the air. That is exactly what I wanted you to do. I'm up here! Don't come get me, otherwise you get the axe gun. You don't want the axe gun. To the face. Okay, but they lost aggro. So no sniping them off the balcony, which would have been really, really clever. Oh, I wonder what awaits me in this room. I wonder. Oh, could there be a whole bunch of cultists? There seem to be a few people walking around. I wonder if they're friendly. And that was a miss. Okay, well, we're out of axe gun. And the trouble is, though I did shoot the guy, oh great, he glitched so that my shot wouldn't hit him with his recovery animation. That's perfect. That they can glitch out of position so that you miss and waste very precious bullets. Now that one was just controller aim. Very precious bullets going to waste. Oh. Shiny pool of blood is ethereal and under the map until we stand over it and cast a shadow on it. Water. My god, how many of you are there? I'd have to wait until you're in range as well. I'd have to wait till you do your glitch animation to make sure my bullet won't miss you. But I wonder if one shot... I just hear someone else. It's... I wonder if one shot to the head and then... Are you two people? No. And then an axe chop. I don't have the bullets for this, sir. I prefer not to have to find out where the one bullet and then an axe chop kills you. I'd prefer not having to discover that. As we have clearly not enough ammo to deal with a demon boss in the next room. Maybe there'll be plenty of ammo in there for copium. Maybe the demon boss room will just have a whole bunch of ammo for us. Surely. Rhymes. Take the gunpowder. Okay. I feel okay saving now. I feel like we did a lot, but we have hardly any ammo. 2 of 9 shotgun shells. Okay, the shotgun can hold 2 bullets at a time? I guess it makes sense. Does it shoot 2 at once? We have 1 pistol bullet and no axe gun rounds. So if there's a demon that we're gonna have to shoot, maybe we're gonna have to end up chopping its legs off because looks like we're out of possibility. Why would we shoot this at the wall, but it told us not to do anything with? Just hope you never have to shoot the demon behind the wall. Yeah, we're just shooting the wall. I wonder what you are preparing me for. I mean, I don't need the bandage if I've got a first aid kit, and then some pistol bullets means we can do something. So let's go in. But that's a lot of shotgun shells, so maybe you've given me ammo to be able to deal with the boss. But I wonder what could be in this room. Is it perhaps a greater demon than we've already faced? This can't be the end of the game, because there was half of the mansion that we couldn't access. But maybe Lily or Catherine, or both of them, are in the other bit of the mansion that we just couldn't go in. And we'll go back and there won't be any monsters to be left in the way causing us any problems. And deal with that when we come to that. Okay. So we have... I could have done this. Okay. Well, that wouldn't have made too much extra room. But we've got plenty of shotgun shells now. We've got hardly any pistol bullets, though. The gates of hell that definitely don't look very, very old school textured badly at all. Don't accidentally fall off whilst looking around. Very Silent Hill 3 staircase. And there's got to be more to the game, right? Because there's a whole other area, but like I said, maybe it's just the end once you get there, right? Lava, the gates of hell. Oh, what just lies behind? Is there a demon in the gates of hell? A chest? A big empty room that absolutely there won't be a hell demon over the balcony for us to shoot at and run away from. Very much Dino Crisis boss area right now. Areas to go run and hide from said demonic boss. And then shoot it. And kite it around, perhaps. And big altar that probably summons demon. Because it'll have a key on it and maybe summon it. Library key. No, that's why you put a box there, isn't it? I wonder what I could possibly need a box for. Yeah, of course we're going to need inventory space. I didn't think that far ahead. The triggers in this game don't occur until you pick up item, and I need space for item. I surely won't be needing... that, right? I surely won't be needing a light in this light source of hell. Maybe if the demon can't see us like a glowing firefly. What could possibly happen here when I grab this thing? Okay. Interesting. Invisible demon? Giganto demon. Okay. So not quite in the lava as I was expecting. Very much a Balkinian. With skulls on his heads as chins. Now, I get the distinct feeling that your sword is an instant one-hit kill. Who needs to run around the other pillar? Thankfully, he's a slow blow. Otherwise, I'd be in a bit of trouble here. Now, waiting for him around the corner to come into a good shot is a little scary. And there goes all of those shotgun shells. One shot, one kill! I was all ready to use all of my pistol bullets on him. He's very squishy. He seems actually like she's smiling about that. Yes, enter the party goer mission position. We didn't need to run around this extra one to loop him in circles. We only needed one. He actually pissed himself. Okay. I mean, that's fine. We killed him. Everything is A-okay. Library key. There won't be any demons in our way. I kept the extra shotgun shells because I feel like that would be the smartest for dealing with things. certain circumstances. And it turns out he was one pistol bullet from death, so, you know, it was actually the best one to save. But, yeah, we're very, very, very low on ammo again. And I wonder, if I'd have killed the Jason thing and the 3 other skeleton ladies, 3 other skeleton ladies all need 2 bullets each to kill. The Jason thing needed about 4 or 5. Or like 2 shotgun blasts probably. So we would not have had the ammo if I would have actually killed them. We would not have the ammo to deal with it. There's definitely nothing else down here, is there? That's going to be B2. Oh no. That was library key. Yeah. That was, there's some sort of annihilation key or something, so we're going to be coming back down here again later for probably an even more demonic demon. Or Lillian herself. Perhaps. It's odd that it's Lillian and not Lilith as well. Okay, there's no demons gonna have been respawned here, right? None at all. There would never be any demons in our way. Ever, ever, ever. Ha ha ha. So, I wonder if there's going to be a guy on the staircase in our way, or the 3 snake things that we didn't kill that are also going to be a little bit of a problem when we go back. And also there's the, I should get my lamp back. Very distinctive problem of also not being able to have enough ammo to shoot all of those. The Jason thing and the snake ladies and the 2 people in the kitchen, living room, dining room, whatever. And then whatever else we have to do as well. Because, you know, we would also want to run around the house and do things, and we're not going to. We're going to run into other things as well. So, you know, they haven't despawned. Might just have a tiny, teeny tiny little bit of a problem on hands that we have no real way of dealing with. It's fine. There is no problem we can't surmount and overcome. None at all. But, you know, the problem... We've actually got a big heal. We've got a little heal. Like, we've got the biggest of big heals, the first aid kit. I'm sure it's the biggest. Then there's the tiny heal, which we can combine. Maybe you can combine the antiseptic bandage with something else to make a first aid kit as well. Load the mansion back up. We have a down here area to lose the Jason monster. If he is on the stairs. Like, if I loop him down here enough, I can lose him. But then, I think the kitchen's our best option. He is not. Yeah. Copium. Now, the kitchen people, which he's not here. He is up there. Now, is that because he was on a different part of his loop. Are there two of him? He's found a wife? Or is that just because there would have been another one of him right there? And it's now you've progressed. It's a shame I can't close these doors, isn't it? I can. If I get to the save room. Yeah. I'm gonna burn a save. The kitchen people just sitting there, no expression on their face. Ghosties. Okay, if I burn the save. Yes. 124 iron. They're going to be back in their spawn points, and the doors are going to be closed. And I have saved ammo by saving. You two can save ammo, and then we don't have to fight the boss again. Then I don't have to care about all of that. And, you know, I don't mind if we use effectively one of our very few saves. But I think that might have been a smart. A 200 IQ play. We've got very few lore things remaining, so like there can't be that much left of the game, even though we're gonna have to go down there again at some point, which means having to get past either the kitchen people and the snake people. Kitchen people or the snake people, and the Jason and his wife. So there's several people that we're going to have to concern ourselves with, but maybe we will have more ammo then. Into the library! It's a whole new area, god damn it. Okay. Maybe we will copium have more ammo then. Definitely we will, right? There's no way we don't ever get enough ammo to deal with this. But, you know, we're kind of struggling through. And, you know, if we can save a bit here and there. You know, maybe if I hadn't shot over people's heads, it might just about have had enough ammo to kill things. But controller aim, I've missed a few people. I've shot them in their chest a few too many times. I've shot over their shoulders. You know, just a little bit of a wastage. But, you know, if you were perfect and you used keyboard and mouse so you could aim quickly and perfectly, maybe, just maybe, you might be able to kill everything in hard mode. But maybe I have wasted. Really? Fantastic. Oh my fucking god! This game... Bang, bang, bang! I shoot... Ha ha! Because I was too close to the wall, she went, ha ha ha! I can't shoot him in the head! Ha ha! Waste all of your bullets. Hashtag not happy. A familiar Resident Evil room. Resident Evil 2. I wonder if the floor gives way. It's probably not going to. Oh. Something is amiss. Patient Sophia Greenwood is now experiencing blistering on the skin, direct exposure to sunlight, leading me to believe that she's a vampire! That this is not a case of influenza as I originally thought. Yesterday's events with Mrs. Keaton, the chambermaid, have only served to further complicate any hopes for a potential diagnosis. I've never encountered anything like this. I have never come across a case of someone having such a strong desire to drink another's blood. It took all my strength to pry the patient's hand off poor Miss Keaton. I wonder what this could be. There is a matter of Mrs. Shelby, who seems to be a medical anomaly herself. Although Mrs. Shelby and the patient were classmates some 30 to 40 years ago, a stranger could easily mistake Mrs. Shelby for being the patient's own daughter. One of them got younger. Mrs. Shelby also exhibits some unusual mannerisms. She only enters the room after asking a housekeeper to close the curtains, and only goes outside at night. I thought she was going to ask permission to enter the room, just to sleep in until the late afternoon. What a lifetime spent avoiding sunlight could, in theory, explain Mrs. Shelby's pale and youthful complexion. I cannot help but feel something is amiss. I will not rest until I uncover the truth. Dr. James Hawthorne, who has never heard of vampires in 1918, I guess. That's understandable, maybe? But still. Also, 1918, but we're still alive in 2023. 2024? And hunting our daughter Catherine, who definitely also clearly must have also been vampirized if we are looking for her. 3 bullets remain. She looks kind of dandy, but sort of old-fashioned, but maybe not. Just perfect. Just what I needed. Forlorn lady. Now, I wasn't expecting to be taken into a cutscene door sort of thing. You know, where the very first door of the first thing we opened, I expected to be like a... I expected that one to just be a door that opens. And not a new area. Outside, perhaps. Maybe we're on a balcony. Okay, balcony. It's got to be, right? Resident Evil, you just walked out onto the balcony. There's going to be birds and dogs. They're not the best place to be. Or even worse, it could be bees. My dog stepped on a meme. So I will not complete. Okay, yeah, no. Come on, load up so that I can see what trouble we've got ourselves into and then contemplate what we want to do from here. Cause we need to think about what we are doing. Okay. It took us back to the first area, which actually solves the problem. Well, it doesn't solve a problem, does it? It doesn't solve a problem, because we still are going to have to go past the Jason monster or the snake ladies. And now we need to load back into the library wing, because I wasn't expecting... It should have just said opened or unlocked the door to the main hall or the main entrance, and then you could have a choice whether you go through it. You know, it's like you have unlocked the door that was locked from the other side that leads to the main entrance, and now you don't have to sit through 2 very long loading screens just to get back to exactly where you wanted and needed to be. You know, just a little quality of life improvements. Would you really like to go back to the loading area? You'd like to unlock the door because otherwise you'll never have this unlocked to go through the loops. But At the same time, would you really like to sit through this long loading screen just to do that? Because I certainly don't want to sit through it twice in a row, because you're going to have to come immediately straight back. Or maybe if you go through it later, you know, when you need to go perhaps that way. But at the same time, again, the thing is, like, you don't know this. You don't know that it leads here. You don't know that it's going to be doing that. You've got a map that you don't even need to unlock. You could have just literally looked on that probably. You don't need to find maps. It probably would have shown you that. But at the same time, they haven't mapped. Unless we really, really, really needed it. You know, I leave it until, like, we've kind of explored everything. I explore, then I look on the map, and like I said, who wants to go through this long a loading screen? Not I, not me, not you. Okay, let me in, let me play. Okay, so you know, you can see that it leads to there. Okay, and then if we go round into the other day, we can see that it leads around eventually to the other side of that too. Seems there's even more down here. This would be the obvious first area to go. Meticulous bedroom. Ammo? Mirrors that don't work but reflect light. That was an interesting amount of lag. Lady staring out of the window forlornly. Golden horse! Ha! Seems familiar. Okay. Ensuite bathroom with dead monsters in. Right. Bath with item in that definitely doesn't have a monster in it when I go grab the item that'll come out. Fancy thing. Item in the bathtub that definitely won't have a monster come out the bathtub. Smells like hydrochloric acid. I need to neutralize it first. Okay. Who fills a bath with hydrochloric acid? And it's a good job you recognize the smell rather than shove your hand into burning. You sure it's not holy water, you vampire? A bath of holy water. I'll burn my hand unless I desacrament it. Okay. Fruit bowl with no fruit. Fancy trees. The steps of Dover. The god steps or whatever. It's not Dover though. Giant's Causeway. That's the one. Item. Unplayed chessboard. A gun thing with no gun in it. A gear. Which might spawn monsters. One in the bath. Okay. An actually dirty bath. See, for a Resident Evil game, all of the bathrooms have been kind of clean. Normally they're not clean in games like this, are they? Okay, but no antiseptic, it's just extra bandages. Okay. Ominously empty. Very ominously empty. Old friend. Dear Sophia, it's been so long since we last saw each other, and I hope this letter finds you in good health. I've been thinking about you a lot. About the times we shared during our school days. I'm in town for a few weeks, and I thought it'd be wonderful if we could reminisce over afternoon tea. I'd love to hear all about what you've been up to over the years. I hope to see you soon. Your old friend, Lillian Shell. Lillian Shell by date. Okay. Some kind of mechanism. It looks like there's something missing. It's a music box. Oh, it's missing a gear. I wonder where we could find that. And then this will all be full of monsters. A very, very, very fancy bath with candles and a towel and antiseptic that I can combine with that to make an antiseptic rag. Okay. Now, gears will be of war. A lady playing with her hair. And it will have a weapon in, surely. Save room. Terrible encounter. Reads all the notes in a single playthrough. That's all of the notes. Which means there's not much left of the game then, right? Miss Greenwood's in such a terrible state tonight. I was trying to clean up behind her bedside table when I cut my hands on something sharp. The cut was deep enough that I began bleeding quickly. Then heard Miss Greenwood call my name in a clear voice, just like she used to sound before falling ill. She asked to see my wound, and she's not going to suck it. I turned towards her. Before I knew it, she grabbed my wrist, pulling me in close without hesitation. She began to... Nah, I can't write the word. You wouldn't ever guess. I screamed and tried to break free, but she had unbelievable strength, especially considering how frail she was just moments ago. Thankfully, Dr. Hawthorne was nearby in the library and rushed in, freeing me from Mrs. Greenwood's grasp. He quickly administered her a sedative before tending to my wound. I fear what madness tomorrow might bring. I do not think I will get any sleep tonight. Beatrice Keaton, who definitely wasn't turned into a vampire. Axe gun ammo. Okay. Caustic soda. Okay, so we're going to be dissolving. No, that's to neutralize the acids. Got it. Neutralization of acids. I don't need to carry a first aid kit. But might spawn enemies. Okay. I need to open the door. It's a different... Okay, I thought that the staircase door would have been what was... Of course this is going to open the area. It's the area above the snake people. Snake people. But they won't be able to get me, thankfully. Thankfully, we are above and beyond their grasp with locked doors. Okay, I mean... Hi. You don't know what to do you? We're coming for you. How do we come for you? Okay. This is actually perfectly fine. It's a menacing sound, but perfectly fine. Worth it. Nice beach location. You get a much better view of the whole picture up here. Oh, it's another... Oh. Just in case they can kind of see their way up here. Another apocalyptic beach. Yeah, unlock the door, but no monsters are coming to get me. Another beach. A broken bridge. Hi, you'll never get me. More interesting locations, more bridgy things. How long is it going to take to load to come back in here? I do wonder if there's just like, you know, how much is left of the game? It's going to be, is it going to be one of those that's like, I think you're done, but there's a lot more. I mean, we've kind of explored all of the house. There's just that one more locked room in the basement. And I wonder where the key could be. Is it perhaps in that geared chest? And it's not a weapon. It's a key. It's the Apocalypto key that will let us into the ninth gates of hell, where we will meet Lillian and Catherine and be reunited! And then have a wonderful time down there and not bosses or anything. Questionable. But, you know, this big, ominously empty area, could it possibly be that demons will suddenly fill this entire landscape? Only one way to know. But if it does fill the entire place with demons, as awkward as it is, I could go through all of the loading zones, you know, go through one big loading zone into the other and across the other way, and, you know, lock them all in and despawn things and things. Who's to say what the best option is, though? God damn it. I don't want to take forever. It takes forever to load the game. Actually, I haven't drank that much. For 3 hours of playing, I have not drank enough. Okay, let's go. Come on, let me in. Let me in. We actually did get a lot further than I was initially thinking we might get because of that one lever puzzle. But, you know, we got it in the end, the hidden lever. Everything else, thankfully, not been too bad. Other than maybe some ammo issues. But, you know, I think we're kind of mitigating a lot of that. Okay, so we're in this room. All the doors are locked again. This had the... We also need to neutralize the acids. Okay, no, the key is probably in the acids. Key will clearly be in the acids. Safe room is always going to be safe, right? So, caustic soda. Neutralize the acids. Right? I want to hold on to that. Gear will be replaced by perhaps weapon, which one way or another might or might not spawn enemies. The location. But if it's a really good gun, probably worth. Okay. So far. Fuck! That's why it went click. I used the wrong gun. I thought I had the pistol out. My mads. Whoops. One guy. Some kind of mechanism. There seems to be some sort of missing bear. A nature scene! Looks like there's something missing. Okay, maybe I need the caustic soda-y thing as well. Okay, I've got the caustic soda. There's a bear in the bathtub. Okay. That was a lot of damage we shouldn't have had to take. It's... Of course. Of course, there's a butcher in the bathtub. Okay, got you. Of course there's a butcher in the bathtub. Okay, we got 29 bullets though. It's not terrible. I just am a bit annoyed that we took some really dumb damage. Okay, caustic soda to neutralize. Instantly neutralize. Gold bear. The gold bear. The happy snack. Now there's not going to be 800 enemies in them. And I can't hear footsteps at all. Fuck. She seems a bit too happy. Well, there goes our bullets. As we have 14 remaining. You just had to add a snake thing as well, didn't you? You just had to. You just had to. The desire to save versus the wasted ammo. Okay, well there's surely just getting to the place, which is one thing. Just that you could have filled it with 1 million enemies between us there. And then surely a boss, right? And then that's probably the end of the game. I realised I came in the snake lane, okay? Was a choice. It was a decision. They are not going to aggro. There's the butcher and his girlfriend between us and the basement. There's the kitchen staff that we probably still never killed. That are in here. There's one more of you. Got him. Now there's 2 doors. There's that back door and then there's the front door. I wonder if there's any relevance to that. Hi. You weren't going to be in the way. And there's not going to be any other monsters in the way. Because you would never respawn more. See? There's blinds. Okay. Now that's a problem for yet another day if we probably needing to escape the mansion on the way out. So there's going to be the 2 zombie things in there, the butcher in there, there's the butcher and the lady on the stairs, which also means that's a Jill sandwich situation, unless I fight them. But maybe we'll have ammo and stuff to deal with them at that point. Or maybe we won't have to go that way. Huh? Copium. Again, there's that entire situation over there, but maybe we never need to go that way. Copium. Ever again. Perhaps. Maybe there won't be any more enemies between us and where we need to go. Maybe it'll just let me go in there, Copium. Probably won't, but you never know. It could happen. A switchboard back moment. Switchboard back moments. I've got the make a moments thing on my dashboard again. And I wonder if I can make moments again. Laggity laggity lag means enemies. There's still 3 areas we haven't been. The 3 depths of hell. It's not that way. Axe gun. Should probably get the rest of our axe gun bullets back. Very low on health. I feel like maybe there would never be a million cultists between us and where we want to go. They just stop it like, don't shoot me. Sure, carry your friends. Now, about the 1 pistol bullet that I would really like to have to not have to waste ammo on you. About that. I don't want to waste ammo on you. Thank you. I would like it if you didn't chase me down here and you would lose aggro. That would actually be really, really, really lovely. Of course, there are demons down here as well. And of course, that is death. And of course, that is death. Well, that's what I'm going to call it a day. We'll be back to finish this another time. Teaser. Because there's 3 more areas, apparently. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to call it a day. I'll be back on Friday with something else. Have a nice rest of your week. Until then, I'll catch you all again soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.